I'm here. Hello, 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 hello. I am here. Oh, hold on. Let me check my um let's see. We got to make sure everybody is here. On freaking real. Okay. Well, listen, if you guys are down with me, then you down with me and you know that it just happens. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. You just got to roll with the punches. Okay, so it seems like everybody's here. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for your patience. Even if you're not here live with me, when you watch this video, I hope you understand. When you are a one woman's army, you got to stand on the front line, the back line, the sidelines, and you just got to hope. Now, you got to know that God is your foundation. So if you fall, at least you're falling in safe space. Because when I tell you that I was almost to the I felt like I was almost to the breaking point of being like, wait, do you mean to tell me I have to shut this show down again and and postpone the show? Who wants to do that? Like, I'm trying to gain you guys' trust, yet I'm faced with all these obstacles, and it's just like, whatever. But before I get into today's show, let me tell you a little bit about my week. If you jump into the comments, hey, T Chanel. I see somebody else there. I see you. Awesome. Glad you can see me. Hey, um, let me just tell you a little bit about my week very shortly, and then we're going to jump right into this commentary about what's been transpiring the last past week, right? So, first and foremost, I am coming off a 3 day fast, right? Not to lose weight, not at all. I'm coming off a 3 day fast for more personal reasons, for a more spiritual reason. Yes, I know for my non spiritual supporters, those of you who this may apply to, you may be saying to yourself, well, I didn't come here for a Christian show. Remember, this show is about everything. We're going to talk about everything, not just one thing. We're talking about everything. So when you drop your comments in the comment section, or if you send me a DM letting me know something behind the scenes, then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to respond to that. And I want to know how you were, how you felt, how you saw the show. For me, I'm going to tell you about my week. Let me sip my tea. Okay, so here, I'm coming off a 3 day fast, and I'm coming off this 3 day fast because I needed some peace, peace within. All of the shenanigans going around, child, when I tell you that it was pushing me to no limit, and I had to get my grounding back, I had to find a space for me to just cool, relax, regroup, put away those old things that were kind of eating me from inside out, and then replenish myself with something more whole and comforting and that would see me through these trials and tribulations. Like this show, like launching this show has been a battle in itself. And absolutely, if you want something, you got to fight for it. I get it. But Lord, it's tiring. Okay, so I'm coming off my 3 day fast. Spend some time with my higher God, God Himself, and got back into some reading and stuff like that because I needed some things to be moved out of my way. So now coming to do the show tonight. Oh, you can't believe it, child. Here I am about to get tested again. Oh, the show is not going to launch. Someone tells me that it's not showing there on the YouTube station. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why is it not showing in YouTube land? But my understanding that it is now showing in YouTube land. Hi, Dawn. Melinda. Hey, guys. Oh, I see people in different places. Awesome. Hey, Latifa. My girl. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so now you know what my week was like: fasting, getting closer to my higher power, and then also cleaning my mind so that I can move forward. And I say all that to say that if you are in a space where you can't see your way through, everything is frustrating, everything is testing you, and you can't seem to weather the storms, which is what I read in the Daily Bread today, then you might want to just take a couple steps back, regroup, and get to a place where you can hear, think, and be at peace. Because there's a lot of noise around us. And, child, when I tell you that you want to shut the noise off, and the only way you can do that is remove yourself from the noise. You can't remove yourself from work because that touches your money. You can't remove yourself from your children because they need you. You can't remove yourself from the wife or the husband because they need you. But you have to find some time for you. And I did that. I was fasting from sun up to sundown, and meaning nothing but water. Nothing but water. A muffin in the morning, and then after that, um, orange juice and cranberry juice, and then until sundown, nothing. So I'm feeling a little bit better, but it's going to take some time. And when I tell you I'm going to be doing more of that, because this space, this world is driving a lot of us absolutely crazy, which is why I want to talk about this. Can someone join me and tell me what in the world, what is happening? Where are we? Where are we as people? Like, what the heck are we doing? OMG. You turn on the freaking news and watch the news, and you see some of the stupidest things people are doing. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Why are people doing this? Why? I want to know what's happening. I truly want to know what's happening. Why are people making some of the decisions they're making? Why are people putting themselves at risk the way they're putting themselves at risk? Why are people just not aware of what's happening in their space? I.e., I want to talk about, you know, the sex trafficking, right? Real quick. Every uh, every time you turn around, there is somebody being kidnapped. I mean, right in broad daylight. Broad daylight. People are being kidnapped in front of their house, in the supermarket, in the parking lot, out of church. I mean, they're just getting kidnapped like you just taking candy from a child. What is going on? What's happening, people? We have gotten to a place, or have we already been there, where people just don't care? I mean, truthfully, people sharing their own families. People are kidnapping their own family and selling them into slavery. You know, we have come out of slavery, which technically we're still there. Let's be real, but we've some of us believe we've come out of slavery. Yet people are still selling their own people. This is 2020, and people are selling their own people for money, all for money, for nothing else but for money. And we have lost ourselves. I There was a young woman, I think her name was Karen, in New York. This young girl, I believe she was 16. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, drop the age if you know. This young woman in Brooklyn or the Bronx, was with her mother. She planned her own kidnapping. She had what I believe her boyfriend, with some other people, whoever the driver was, pull up while she and her mother was walking down the street, snatch her off the street in front of her mother. Mom is going absolutely crazy and believes that her daughter has just now been human traffic. And all of a sudden, she doesn't know where she is. Come to find out, I guess a day later, some hours later, this young girl is found, if we can call it that, and confessed that she set up her own kidnapping. What? What's happening? What is happening? 16 years old, coming up with thoughts to have someone kidnap you. Now, she says that the reason she did that was so that she can have, she was having issues at home and she needed it away from home. So I guess she couldn't think of anything else better but then to Stay at your own kidnapping. Let's move it right along. Crazy. What about the man that was on the Brooklyn train? The train. Sorry, don't want to call it the Brooklyn train. Was on the train. Saw this woman sitting next to a man. Right. He taps her on the feet. I had this footage last week. I still have the footage. I actually didn't put it in today's show because I wanted to give you up new content, although that's still new. I want to build your trust, and how I do that is stay relevant. And if you want me to actually bring you that footage on the next show, I definitely will. I'm sure you've already seen it. I'm sure you have. The gentleman in the red sweatsuit or red jacket or whatever taps the woman on there, tell her something. We can't hear what she's saying. Now obviously someone's there recording what is happening. He wasn't even bothered that somebody was on the train watching him, or if he didn't even think they was watching him, that was on the same train that he was on. He waits to good right up to the stop, grab this woman, scoops her up, run off the train, sit down, I believe thinking that this train door would close and she would not be able to get back on the train. What? But she does. And she goes on the train to tell the gentleman that this man just took her off the train. Now, if you had saw the footage, then you'll also see, I guess a few days later, some men had confronted him coming out of some kind of bodega, some kind of store, and they whopped that tail. Now, I was doing some research, and some research showed that he appears to have some kind of mental health issues. His son went on social media and denounced his father by saying that he had nothing he wanted to do with his father, that his father wasn't somebody he wanted to have a relationship with anymore. And this man is in some other place, in some other videos, kind of saying that he tried to help her. Nowadays, you don't know who to trust, who to believe, what's real, what's fake. What's happening? What's happening? I'm totally confused. To the point that you can't even stop your car to give anybody any assistance because why? You're thinking that if you do, they're going to throw you in some kind of car van. You can't take a Uber. You can't take a Lyft. And I don't want to say you can't, but if you like me, you can't. Because the Uber driver or the Lyft driver or the taxi driver, anybody can be someone who is trying to set you up and take you from your family. If that's not scary, I don't know what is. Let's keep it right on along. I want to shout out happy birthday to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. 91 years old. Could you imagine if he had lived longer? What impact would he have on people of color especially? He's impacted people of all races, but because I am a woman of color, let's be real. I want to actually just, what would that look like had he very much been here to see people of color who he wanted to fight for, and how, let's say, we are acting now. All right, that's right. Shout out, happy birthday to Dr. King. Drop some crowns in the messages. Drop some crown for Dr. King in the messages, and let's, pay homage to him. And another thing I'm a little bit perturbed about is that they honor his birthday, but not on his birthday. I don't know the true story about all that. I just know that once they made it a national holiday, we were not even allowed as a people to celebrate his birthday on his actual birthday. I don't know what that hold up thing was about, but I want to drop Dr. King some crowns in the comments because he is truly done great things for many of us, right? So I'm dropping a crown for his head. Hey, thanks for the crowns. Okay, so I want to look over here. What are people saying? Tisha, now you're absolutely right. People not losing their mind. They lost their mind. And if we don't protect our minds around the people who have already lost their minds or losing it, if you're not guarded up, if you're not protected, and I'm not turning this into a Christian show, but for me, I pray. For me, I surround myself around like-minded people. That's important for me because if I don't have that, any of us could be tempted. Any of us. You don't know what tomorrow brings, which is why you got to protect yourself in all that is important to you, right? So going back again, I don't understand this whole thing about Dr. King not having his birthday on his actual birthday, but I just want to pay homage to a man who have paved the way for many of us to walk through the doors we're walking through today. And I'm just a little bit perturbed again that the people who, a younger generation, even older, but younger generation, I just wonder if any of them even consider the fact that Dr. King had done so much for them to have the opportunities they have. Because when I see some people, or in my professional field of counseling, when I see these people, these people don't look like they give a darn. Okay, so that in itself is a little freaking annoying. Hi, Maria. I'm glad you joined the show. Make sure if you're not subscribed, guys, to the YouTube channel, I appreciate you guys here on Facebook. That love is felt greatly, but I'm also going to encourage you that you go over there to that YouTube channel, go to the Voice Gathering Live page, click the notification bell, click all notifications so that you can get when I'm going live, and make sure that you are by that bell subscribing, because I want to grow this platform. And the only way I'm going to do that is by your support. Now, mind you, do I want to get paid from YouTube? I sure do. And if I told you that I didn't, the devil is a liar and the truth ain't in him. I want this show to make money, because if this show can make money, then I'm not all over here clicking buttons by myself. I'm not looking for the content to bring to you guys. I'm actually going to be able to hire people to come and help me out because they're believing in the show. Right? So I'm calling that thing into existence. So work with me, guys, so that thing can manifest itself. Now, moving right on along, I want to talk to you guys also about, about big thing for Dr. King. Where is his children? How come we don't hear about them now? I'm a little bit, curious about that. How is it that we don't hear about Dr. King and his children? I would like to know what they're doing. I would like to know what they think even about their father, what he has done, what he has contributed to us, the people, and yet what we are doing with that legacy, what that love, that opportunity to again sit at counters, to walk through doors, not back doors, to just have the opportunities that we have. I honestly believe that if it wasn't for Dr. King and all those who had marched with him, we would not be having these opportunities. So big shout out to Dr. King for his love and support to all of us. And I am going to do my best to pay that forward in my walk, in my talk. Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm trying to get my bag. All right, T Chanel. And I want you guys also to check out my girl T Chanel. She's got a cute channel. She is giving you, I always say, I want to say mukbangs, but it's not that. It is like such great foods that you can actually watch her eat, and she's going to give you some tips on what you should be looking out for, what's tasting good, what it's very unique. Check her page out. She'll give you more information about that. I also want to shout out my girl for making my hashtag Can You Handle It t-shirt, and also my mug. Look at that. Hashtag Can You Handle It. I want to shout her out, Rhonda. Chic Crafts. I think I said that right. If not, I'm going to drop it down in the description so you guys can actually order your mugs and also your t-shirts. She does bags and all those different things. She is the one to get your props for. That girl is good. Very, very good. Listen, I don't even think I need to be talking to this mic like that. I look like I'm about to kiss the mic, child. Let me get this mic comfortable. Okay, so I want to talk about did you guys hear just recently, which I was very shocked about this? Did you guys hear about uh, Whitney Houston, 9 Inch Nails, and uh, the BIG, Biggie Smalls, all were inducted in the Rock Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I was very shocked. I could not believe all this time Whitney Houston, of all people, was not inducted. Why is it that we get the roses, all these affirmations, oftentimes when we're not even here to receive them personally? I I don't get it. Why is it that Whitney Houston, Biggie Smalls in itself, he should have been in there too. He was relatively young also, but Whitney Houston, I was shocked. Now I know there's some Nine Inch Nail lovers out there who love the music. I don't know the music, so I'm not gonna pretend that I do. But I've heard of the band, but I'm still confused as why is it that Whitney Houston is just getting inducted into the Hall Rock Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Y'all better leave me alone. Okay, let me see what Latifah's saying over here. Okay, wow. So sometimes the comments come a little bit later than where I'm at, but that's okay because I'm going to come right back to when I see something stand out. Latifa Sharif, you're absolutely right. If you can see what she posted in YouTube, and for those of you who are not on the um, YouTube channel, Latifa Sharif posted, in history, they never speak of his mother getting murdered in the church while playing the piano. Rest in peace, Martin Luther King mom. I just read, can you believe it or not? I didn't even recall knowing how Martin Luther King mom had died. I just read an article when I pulled up the footage to put on today's show. And I was like, whoa, why weren't we taught that? And if we weren't and if we were taught it, why is it that it was so a little here, a little there? Why is this not something that was taught deep? You know what I mean? You know how they teach you about Washington, George Washington, and Abraham Lincoln, and all of these other non-Afro American people. Why is it that we didn't know about that? I don't get it, and it kind of baffles me. So that was annoying as all dirt. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about is going back to what we were saying about the um, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I am so glad to see that Whitney Houston, Biggie Smalls, ah, and Nine Inch Nails made it in amongst some other people that made it into the Hall of Fame. But I'm just still a little mad that Whitney Houston just getting in. She should have been in here while she was still alive, right? So that in itself, what do you guys think about that? Drop your comments there. I was watching some footage of Whitney Houston the other day, and the more and more I watch her story, the more and more it saddens me. S- Whoever gave her the name The Voice, and I could have, if I recall correctly, I remember hearing that it was Oprah Winfrey who named her The Voice. I don't know if I've met someone in my time that can sing like that woman was able to sing. I am told you guys I was reading. I'm reading her book, A Song for You. Not her book. Sorry, the book is written by Robin Crawford, a dear friend of hers. That book is. I still have not finished the book, and when I tell you that the book is freaking, uh, it's written with so much respect for Whitney Houston, as far as I'm concerned, because we all have heard the tea about Whitney Houston, right? But the tea that Robin is giving you is not that kind of tea. It's like a love tea, a tea that you want to marinate on. So if you have not already gotten the book, I encourage you to get the book. Um, I had that the book actually is on another video. If you go back and look at some of the videos that's already archived here in Facebook and YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about. The book is really good. I think you will enjoy it. Right? I want to go. Have you guys heard about this new movie coming out starring Jennifer Hudson, Forrest Whitaker, and um, Marlon Wayans? I think I'm going to go wait till it come on TV. I don't think this is a movie I want to see on the big screen. So Miss Aretha Franklin had wanted her wanted Halle Berry to play the part. Now, rest in peace, Miss Aretha. But Halle Berry to play your story, I'm a little confused. I think you did better with picking Jennifer Hudson. Nevertheless, I want you guys to watch a little bit of this and then we will talk about it. It's coming.
What you want? Ooh. Baby, I got ooh. What you need? Ooh. You know I got it. Ooh. All I'm asking ooh. Is for respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Take care, T-C-B. What you want? Ooh. Baby, I got ooh. What you need? Ooh. You know I got it. Ooh. All I'm asking ooh. Is for respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
What you think? What do you think? Do you think that she's going to do homage by this movie, or do you think that she should have just left this alone? Now, Jennifer Hudson can sing, baby. She sings, and that little clip, I'm interested. I'm sold. I don't know if I'm sold enough to go watch Aretha Franklin's story in the movies, so I'm gonna wait for Netflix. But if you go see it, let me know what you think about it, because everybody ain't in agreement with this movie. Let the truth be told. Miss Aretha Franklin chose this woman to write to listen to me talking about right to tell her story via this movie, and that little clip tells me that she is probably going to do a very good job by it. But I don't know if everybody. Well, matter of fact, I know everybody don't agree. I wonder what you guys think. And to answer your question, Tisha, now I don't believe that Halle Berry could. Child by no, Halle Berry can't sing. No, I ain't never seen her sing anything. And if she is singing, I'm more inclined to believe that she was lip singing. Now we know Jennifer Hudson can sing. So since we know Jennifer Hudson can sing, we're gonna need Halle Berry to not even think that she was able to carry that note. And she probably already said no anyway. I hope she did. Because that is a lot of respect. Respect. Nevertheless, we know Jennifer can sing. And I think that it was a good job that Aretha Franklin actually chose her when she couldn't get Holly to actually play the role of Aretha Franklin. Now, I have no idea, so don't ask me, but if you know, tell me. Wait, Dawn, you would watch the movie? Watch the movie on TV or go to the movies? Let me know what you think. I would think that Jennifer Hudson would be able to do a better job than Halle Berry, even if she was lip singing. Halle Berry is beautiful to look at, but Jennifer is not a bad woman to look at either now, okay? But let me tell you who is not in. That's right. Let me tell you who is not in agreement with this movie. This family is not having it. And what they want us to do is actually to boycott it. Let it be known that this young man here in the picture, Lawrence Franklin, if I got his name right, is not in agreement with his mother's story being told in the way it's being told. His argument is that his family, the production people, the people who wrote this movie, did not consider speaking to the family about what they thought should have been in the movie. Therefore, they're not in agreement. Now, one minute I hear he's the only one not in agreement, and there's other sons that's in agreement with this movie, and they're okay with it. And then another time I hear nobody's in agreement. The fact that Aretha Franklin did not have a will and she had spiral notebooks written in her own handwriting, hidden in her house under cushions in the sofa. If that be true, which is what they reported, then Aretha Franklin didn't really put the work in to say that when I'm no longer here, this is what I want to happen when it comes to telling my story. And if her children have a different story, then maybe they should get someone to tell a different movie. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm very curious to see what actually this movie is going to turn out, and if a lot of people will turn out to go see it. Do you guys think you guys are going to go see it? How many of y'all going to go see this movie? Because I am curious. I see an old comment there by T. Chanel saying that a Whitney Houston voice was anointed. Absolutely. I don't know. And like I said, during her time, there was another voice like that. And the very gift, I know we're going back, but remember, we talk about it all. Whitney Houston voice was so anointed that at that time, no one was touching her. And the very thing that was anointed, she destroyed. Child, drugs is a doozy. Okay, yeah, doing me either. I'm not going to see that Respect in the movies. I'm going to watch that right on Netflix. Okay? Let's talk about respect. Y'all want me to sing for y'all? She not going to do that. Respect. Child. When I tell you, baby, when I tell you, I am laughing. People are sending me some good stuff. When I tell you that these housewives of Atlanta irks my everlasting soul. When I tell you they irk my everlasting soul, it's not even funny. All right, Fee, you here? Okay. Appreciate it. Child, when I tell you that these chicks right here, these chicks, I want you to know what chicks I'm talking about. Just look at this picture for a moment. Aren't they beautiful, all in their beautiful light colors? Holding nice peaches. Honey, they look good. I mean, they look good. But child, the mess of it all. The mess of it all. When I tell you the mess of it all. So when the Real Housewives of Atlanta, New Jersey, Orange County, all of these housewife shows start coming out, Basketball Wives and stuff, I was curious. I was watching them. Then it did not take me long to figure out that majority of the women on the show was not even married. It's housewives of something, and they're not even married. They're dating. There's some of them who had finagled having relationships just to be on the show. I'm confused. Totally confused. But what I want to talk about really quickly is, Lord, Kenya and her daggone fight with NeNe Leakes. These are grown women with kids on a platform fighting, honey. Literally fighting. fighting. Help me understand. How is it that you are a grown woman on a show fighting, acting like you're going to spit on somebody? Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you just got to get ready to take a head off. And I just fast, but if I didn't tell that, I would be lying. Sometimes people push you to the point that you feel like I need to actually touch you. And I don't mean touch you with the anointing. I touch you with some feeling. Kenya and I watched a clip. These two women were at Marlo, had all the women gathered at a hotel room that she was at some place. I want to say Toronto, where they were. And these women were having a conversation. Something came out with one lady who was now trying to get a peach, I guess, share some information about something she heard. Or actually, it was NeNe that said that. And then it's supposed to be that this is the woman that said it, that there's really no audio. Child, I don't know. Watch the video. But I want to talk about how NeNe Leakes from Atlanta, a woman who came up, got on this platform, and I think people believe the hype when it comes to women like NeNe and all these other women portraying this perfect lifestyle. Well, let me not use the word perfect. This glamorous lifestyle. And that many of us who don't have those status, that money, those connections, desire to have them. So what they going to do is portray these things to us and give us this false image, because there's no way in the world you're going to tell me that these women here, the image that they put out in social media is an image that you want your daughters, nieces, or anybody looking up to. I'm confused. Okay, so Fee says, what about the scene with Kenya and her husband? Fee, darling, when I tell you I can't even tell you what happened with Kenya and her husband, I don't watch the show. Now, for my show, my brand to get bigger, I know I'm going to have to look at or do a lot of research, which is what I already do, to talk about what is happening in social media. But when I saw the clip briefly and Bravo aired it about Kenya and NeNe getting ready to get into this brawl, it was a mess. And the fact of it is that NeNe was stirring the pot. Let me tell you why I believe NeNe was stirring the pot. Because the clip I saw was NeNe walking in the hallway after Cynthia Bailey left. Because whatever it was about Cynthia Bailey. True or not true. And she runs out and her holding her gown or her house coat together to call Cynthia back. Now, if you've been under a rock or you've been paying attention, we all have been hearing that Cynthia Bailey and NeNe Leakes were not getting along, and they were going on different platforms talking about their communication issue, their friendship struggle, whatever it is. Tell me, why would NeNe be following after Cynthia when she don't really care about Cynthia? Why would you want her to know anything? And if you wanted her to know it, why didn't you call her and tell her? Why didn't you call her as a friend or an old friend that maybe want that relationship back? Call this grown woman who is on a platform like the same platform you're on and say, girl, I need to tell you something. This is what's going around in the streets. Why not? I'm confused. Why wouldn't she do that? I'll tell you why she wouldn't do that. My opinion. Drop your opinions in the comments. Drop your diamonds. Let me see if you're with me. The reason she didn't do that, because it's not interesting to see people get along in social media. You don't get more ratings in social media for being kind to one another, showing respect to another sister. Housewives of Atlanta being more positive. We are drawn by the negativity of it all. That's why people watch these shows. Now, some of my people in the comments may disagree that you don't watch it for that reason, but I would challenge you to tell me, why is it that you watch it? The drama gets them renewed for the next season. Okay, Fee, and I am with you with that, because we are attracted to the drama. That's why people got friends that's full of drama. That's why people invite those same family members to their house, because they're full of drama. See, when you don't want to be around drama, you're like, deuces, I'm out. Be gone. Peace. I'm out of here. I don't have time for it. And then some of us are like, well, honey, well, if you bring in the drama, I can entertain it. Sip that. I'm not for it. Which is why I don't know what happened day in, day out on this show. You know, and I saw a clip with, oh my goodness, come on. Portia, have you not learned, girl, when you got into that fight with Cynthia Bailey on the boat and you did a Swahili kick to her stomach, that you would have not be trying to boss up and get into another fight now that you done had a baby? And do you notice that these women who are getting into brawls and fight and cat fights, they all have daughters? They may got a son, but NeNe doesn't have daughters, I don't think. But Kenya has a daughter. Portia has a daughter. Um, Eva Marcel, I think she has a daughter. I'm confused. What in the creation is going on? Help me, cause I don't get it. Tell me. I'm waiting. I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. It doesn't entertain me to see women doing this. Yeah, you can have disagreements and arguments because that's real life. If you're friends, you have friends that you have disagreements with. There's friends sometimes you got to say, I need to take a step back, reevaluate the situation, take some time for me, and then come back to the table and let's talk it out. Because that's what friends do. These women are not friends. This is for the dollar. Straight for the dollar. Okay, thank you, Tisha. Now, NeNe has a granddaughter. All of them have some kind of female youth connected to them. And if they don't have them personally, you are on a major platform as Bravo and you are depicting out to young women, boys, whomever, watching this show that if you want your come up game to be, let this be your come up game. I bet you any amount of money my show would be popping, honey, if I would be scrapping with somebody up in here arguing and just throwing down all the drama, right? That's right. It's all about the check and building that brand. I absolutely agree. And I have to tell you that if you're willing to sell your soul for a dollar, and there's a lot of people out there that's willing to do it, and a lot of people watching it, then there goes the neighborhood. That goes straight to the neighborhood. It's tiring and oh so boring. So I am totally, totally over it. Now, there's two more things I want to talk about before I wrap up the show because the show is supposed to run for an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. But just know that because of technical difficulties earlier, the show was delayed a little bit. And I'm sorry. I hope that you guys are not discouraged about the show. And I'm always going to say, apologize when what I want to give you is not its best. I want to give you the best. And I want you to feel comfortable sharing and definitely liking the show. Don't leave before you guys click the thumbs up and give me a like. If you're already on the show page over here on YouTube, then that means that you are actually, hopefully, you are actually subscribed to the channel. And don't forget that we're on Facebook and also Instagram, Voice Gathering Live. Voice_gathering_live on Instagram. So here's the other thing I want to talk to you about really quickly. Can somebody tell me who in the world got my baby daddy? I want to know who did it. Oh, I like the comments. Yes, Latifa. That's that's what they want from us. Ignorance and negativity. Absolutely. I 100% agree. Can somebody tell me who did this to my baby daddy? Who shot Ghost? You see his face when he falling into the I would say the black hole, but it wasn't black behind him. Child, who shot the man? Who shot him? I'm gonna give y'all a minute, cause I know that y'all are a little bit behind me in the comments. That's not a me thing. That's a YouTube thing, and it's kind of good because it allows me to catch up on your comments. But I'm looking over here. I gotta see this. Ooh, okay. Okay, even if you have a son. I agree, Tisha. Now, even if you have a son, absolutely, absolutely. Yes, Latifah, this is my Wonder Woman mug. You know, Wonder Woman, her gift is getting you to talk. Fee says Sax did it. Okay, sorry, hold on one second. Yes, my Wonder Woman mug, you know, she gets the truth. Honey, Wonder Woman, my girl is over here too. I'll show you guys her later. She's sitting in the co-host seat. So yeah, you'll see her sometime on the show. Wait a minute. So really quick, Fee, you believe that Sax did it? If you're just coming on to the show, welcome to the show, welcome to the show, welcome to the show, welcome to the show. Did I steal that from Whoopi? Okay, so let me see. I don't know. I'm not sure who actually did it. I'm very curious because I can't figure it out. But I was hoping that you guys would be able to tell me who you think was actually the person to shoot him. Because we do know there's a few people left. They have already ruled out some people. Why? And on Sunday, they're giving like the whole story time to each person. Last week, it was Angela's sister. Honey, she just is crazy as heck. She gets on my nerves. She just worked my everlasting soul. But Andre, well, we know it's not him. Lord, they toasted his behind. And if you haven't seen it, then I'm going to encourage you to watch it. Okay, Dawn, you said, I don't know who shot Ghost, but it's Offspin. I'm thinking Tariq. Rob says that episode was boring. Latifah, you should be ashamed of yourself that you've never seen Power. I'm gonna need you to take a vacation time, and you need to actually just sit back and look at all episodes from beginning to end. You're gonna love it. It's your type of show. You write books, guys. I want to also tell you, very very soon, I'm gonna put that out in the atmosphere. Latifah Sharif is an awesome writer. That girl is fiction writing. She can write and have you in a spell about the character she writes about. I look to have her on the show one day telling us about a book that she will be doing. So let's put that out in the atmosphere that Latifah, I'm going to need you to get to writing, wrap that book up so we can have a book to read, please. All right, really quickly. So some people think it's Tariq. Some people think it's Sax. I don't believe it's Tommy. I definitely don't believe it's Tommy. I don't believe it's okay, now I should be Shane. Um Help me out. What's her name? What is her name? What's his wife's name, guys? I can't think of oh, I'm loving the thumbs up. Thank you. Ugh. I'm telling you, my heart flutters every time because you may see some little hiccups here and there in the beginning of the show, but baby, you stay tuned. God's going to move some things on this platform. It's going to get bigger, better, creative. It's going to happen because I'm manifesting that and I'm praying it to an existence. So if you with me in believing that this show, thank you, I Rob, Tasha. If you believe that that's going to happen, thank you, Fee, Tasha. If you believe that that's going to happen for me too, I'm going to need you to put some prayer hands up because I am believing that God is going to make this thing happen in big ways. Okay, so I don't believe it's Tasha. I don't believe it's Tommy. Tariq, because it is going to be a spinoff, possibly. I do not believe it's Angela's sister. I don't know if it's Sax. I think it would be a little bit corny for Sax to be the killer of Ghosts. I don't know. I would have believed it more if it was Andre to kill Ghost, but who knows? I am still curious about it. So, what do you guys think? Some of you say Todd, some of you say Pats. Oh, that's the sister, I think. Yes. Thank you, Rob. That's Pats. Okay, I hope it's Tasha, but I think they're going to have. Oh, you think it's going to be the son? Well, who knows? I don't think it's Tariq though. Well, wait, I'm sorry. I think it might be Tariq of all people because of the spinoff. So you might be right there. You might be right. Um, um, my last discussion I want to have with you guys because this person was also on Power is Mr. 50 Cent himself. Have y'all heard about the drama really quick about 50 Cent's Russell Simmons kind of, for lack of better words, ganging up to talk about how Oprah Winfrey, and y'all can't talk bad about Oprah because I loves me some Oprah. I know some people that don't. Thank you, Miss Tawana. Oh, I love her, my praying sister. Um, I love me some Oprah Winfrey, but baby, 50 cents and 50 Cent and Russell Simmons, because of the allegations against Russell Simmons, all of a sudden now they're saying that Oprah has got this thing against black men and putting all these black men out there because of the Me Too movement. So these men, I guess, who were believed to be perpetrators in some form or way, has um, now been, I want to use my words carefully. These men, such as Russell Simmons, with what his history is supposed to be surfing up about, is that he did some unkind things, sexual behaviors against women in his heyday, right? So now that he's humsa and all that stuff, no disrespect, they are concerned about she putting her name and her platform to giving more voice to the Me Too movement against black men. I don't know if I necessarily agree. I think that these stories probably came to her or it fell in her lap, and I think that she decided to put her power to tell the story. And being that she's not bothered by it being a black man or a white man, maybe she should have included, and I don't know, Harvey Weinstein in that, so it was just men altogether. I don't know, but somehow enough conversation about it and people expressing their disapproval, it appears that Oprah Winfrey decided, it appears this is the reason. But we do know that she stepped down to produce the Me Too movement about, I guess, the Russell Simmons or if anyone else situation. I don't know. Here nor there, I would tell you this, that I don't. I don't want to ever think that Oprah Winfrey, a woman who tells her story from coming up poor, getting pregnant young, being rebellious as a teenager, finding her way through this world and building a platform that she did, that she would be trying to railroad black men. I just don't think that. I just think that it was a story for her to talk about and she decided to talk about it. And I think that people should be able to tell their own story, or the person telling the story should do it with care and respect. So if Russell Simmons was out there, and I don't know him to be out there or not, but why would these women come and lie? Or all these women come and lie? I think that the story should be told. And I think the story should be told about all men. Harvey, if it was Russell Simmons, and any other man, whether they're in the industry or in the backyard, that this has been done to. These men have done things to women, that I think this story should be told. So, what do you think about that? Drop a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Okay, I agree, I Rob, that instead of just telling, I don't know if she's interviewing them other than them telling the story and she just producing it. Nevertheless, if you are going to tell the story, then give voice to those men to have their say in the conversation, not just take it from one lens. I absolutely agree with you with that. I think it's the best way to do it. I only think a person wouldn't do that if they honestly thought the person was guilty. So, whoever knows. Guys, we have done it again. And this is the first time I saw multiple comments. I'm smiling, my cheeks are hurting. People who said that they would support and show up to the show and sit around, they did that. Shouting out to my girl, Fee James Smith. I used to talk to her in the salon when I'm getting my hair done about my show. And she was always say, I'll tune in, I'll do it, let me know when you launch it. And guess what? She showed up tonight, and I appreciate the love and support. I want to shout out again my girl, Latifah Sharif. We're waiting for the book. Please start writing. You got a voice. Use it. Leave us something that we can say, guess what? This is her legacy. This woman was a phenomenal writer. Let's also shout out T. Chanel for her mukbang and just her vlog video. It's fun. It's entertaining. She's going to have her family on that platform. I encourage you guys to go over to her page, like it, subscribe to it. You might like it. She tries all kind of different foods. And if I was a shellfish eater, boy, I'm telling you, I'd be like, my mouth be salivating because I just want to have some of what she's eating. I also want to shout out my girl, Dawn. Dawn, from the very first time she heard me speak, Dawn has been, I say speak like I have been speaking in front of thousands of people, but we worked together, and many times we've had lunch. And when I would talk, she would just like, I would tune into your show. You just have such insight. And that just pushed me more and more to go ahead and put my platform out there. So thank you, Dawn. I'm always going to pay homage to my big, big, big supporter, Rob. I thank you so much for standing in the corner with me and just being my support. Love you much. Also, I hope I didn't forget anybody to shout out. There was just enough people in here. There was 7 people watching, so I want 70,000 people watching, but I was able to just shout you guys out and say thank you so much for being here and watching me on the show. Until next week, the show will air Thursday, I believe, or it would be pre-recorded, because on Friday, January the 24th, I will be going to celebrate my cousin going to serve this country. His sister's already doing it, and he decided to jump on the bandwagon. Some people don't agree. I'm not talking about in my family, just about people serving, especially with number 45 in place. But he is going to give back and stand on the front line for us. And we're going to pray for him and make sure everything goes okay. So, Marcus, you go. I can't wait to see you Friday. So, guys, thank you so much. I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here. Please come back, see me on the show next week. Don't be discouraged. I promise you it only gets better from here. And it's only get better. Drop me some comments about what you want to see on the show. What should I be talking about? Send me a message. If you can't send me a message, do what you can do. I truly, 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 truly appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful night. Bye.